What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Sci Fi Bookery. I'm Josh, and I have an absolutely massive book haul for you. I'm gonna try to hold things up. I got this giant box, and then everything's fallen, and then two full bags, two more stacks over here. I got tons and tons. So I'm gonna split this up actually into two videos. So you'll see the first half-ish now, and then I'll do another half-ish. It's been a while since I made a video, so I want to give you guys more content, so I'm going to keep on pushing here. But this is over the course of maybe 3 weeks to a month of thrift stores, library sales, gifts. Also, it was my birthday recently, so some gifts. First of all, what I want to do is give a shout out to my buddy Brian. He sent me some awesome stuff. He's recently gotten into reading sci-fi. He was a reader, for a while, and got into reading sci-fi recently. And so we've been sending books back and forth, which has been an absolute blast. Really appreciate all of this, Brian. And I want to show you some of the stuff that he sent me recently. So he knows I'm a big Gordon R. Dixon fan. Soldier Ask Not. This is one that I don't have, which I didn't have any of these, but this is one that I don't have. That's a classic Gordon R. Dixon, kind of a mandatory read. Dorsai, that looks so cool. I love blasters, like sci-fi blasters. Look at Dorsai. That looks really cool, and it's a wraparound cover, which is awesome. The Chauncey Guild. Dude's got like super like 80s hero movie vibes going on there. And of course, Necromancer, that's another Gordon R. Dixon classic. So I'm looking forward to reading these. And then he also sent me this really cool devotional and book. It's Under the Overpass, and it's about this guy who lived, guess where? Under an overpass. I think it was for 60 days or something like that. And he lived in, so this is his whole story. And then it's got like a little devotional to go along with it. So that was really cool. Thanks a lot, Brian. I appreciate all of that, man. And then, like I said, my birthday was a little while ago, and my wife got me this. This was something that I've been wanting for a while. I don't really buy this kind of stuff for myself, but this is the Action Bible. So it's the entire Bible, very shortened version of it. And it's in comic book form. And the art is really cool because it's like modern comic book art. I love it. It's so cool. Look at the colors. It's just gorgeous, and it's this really nice, solid hardcover. So I've been enjoying that over the last couple weeks. That's a cool. It's a really cool gift. So now let's get into some things that I am currently reading from this, because like I said, it's been a while, this haul. So I'm already reading some of the books. I'm already mostly into this one. This is Seahorse in the Sky, which I've never heard of before. Edmund Cooper, another, I've never heard of him before. This is like really, really trippy sci-fi fantasy, just whodunit stuff. It's got everything in it, and I've never even heard of this book before, but it is just fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. The writing is it's unique. There are a lot of characters in this book, so the writing has to keep up with that, and I think that it does. It gets a little confusing at parts because every character is referred to by first and last name always, except for like the main character Russell. And this is it's a really fun read. I'm loving it. I'm gonna have a review of this when I'm done. It's got like Lost vibes, the show Lost. When I just started something that I've been wanting to read forever, Ender's Game. I found it at AmVets a while ago, so I just started it, and it is awesome. Another read that I'm currently on is Brian, my friend Brian, who sent me those books, put me on this challenge, I guess, to read The War of the Worlds, because neither of us had ever read it before. So we're doing that. Another one that I'm started, but I've not really. It's not that I'm not sticking with it, but Kindred by Octavia Butler. And this is the first Butler book that I've read, and it's really cool. Her writing style is so unique, and especially for that era. Was it like 1979? I think it was. Her writing style is very modern, and I love that. And this is a cool book. This is about a black woman who goes back in time and lives during slave days, and a bunch of stuff happens. I'm not going to tell you what's going on in the book. That's all I'm going to say. But that's a cool read. So now, oh yeah, another one that I've been reading is Crazy Love by Francis Chan, one of my favorite dudes. He's right there. Super cool guy. Dude's been through a ton in his life and found his faith this way in this book. So I've been reading that. I'm not almost halfway through, but this is such an easy read. He has such a great way of speaking. So he also has this great way of writing. You guys know I like John Grisham sports books and weird, not lawyer books. John Grisham non-lawyer books. This one's Bleachers. It's about a high school football team. I haven't started it yet, but I wanted to. If you guys remember, I'm sorry, I'm going super fast because there's tons of books here. If you guys remember a while back, I picked up this awesome, cool hardcover vintage copy of The Pigeon Project by Irving Wallace. Well, I found the floppy, the paperback edition of it. And this is about this man who discovers, I don't want to call it like anti-aging, but it slows aging. And it's all about the morality of the use of this chemical that he found. So that's a pretty cool book. That's one that I started in the hardcover version. Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, or Lord of the Rings. It's just The Hobbit. It says Lord of the Rings on it. The enchanting prelude to The Lord of the Rings. So this is obviously probably from when the movie came out, or the original trilogy came out there. This was a super cool find. I just found this yesterday. This is Shop Girl by Steve Martin. I'm a big Steve Martin fan, and I didn't know that he wrote books. I know that he writes like poetry and stuff like that and plays banjo, obviously. Everybody knows that stuff, but like I don't know if he wrote this movie though, because I've seen the movie once before, Shop Girl. This is such a short read. I'll probably just read this one night and be done with it. But yeah, I thought that was cool. I didn't know that he wrote books, so I'm excited to read that. He's hilarious. He's one of my favorites. Catcher in the Rye. This caught my eye because it's not vintage, but it feels vintage. Like it has the original cover art and stuff. So I thought that would look really cool on a shelf. Again, I haven't read this since I was probably 15, so maybe I read it again. All right, we're almost through this book here. Dangerous Visions. This one doesn't have a dust jacket on it, but Dangerous Visions. I would have never known about this had it not been for Bookjack. I'll link them down below, but Bookjack is another great YouTube channel out there. Pop up Dangerous Visions. This is a series of books, a collected series. This is issue 33, and it's all original science fiction and horror stories. So if it wasn't for him, I would have just walked right past that on the shelf, because it looks like it's some kind of like a weird like love novel or something like that. Another short story one here. I couldn't tell what this was, but it looks super interesting, and it's got like some decent writers in it. But this is Robert R. Potter, who I don't know, compiled this book of short stories. It's stories of surprise and wonder, and it reminded me of like the old comic book stories of suspense. So I'll check that out. Okay, look. This is just who I am, all right? So y'all should deal with it. I love monster movies. I love really campy, weird, gory, just stupid monster movies. And The Meg was a great movie. So I got Meg Primal Waters. It's the sequel to The Meg. I don't know if the book came first or what, but it says two words, Jurassic Shark. Why not? Like I always say, these the paperbacks at my thrift store that I go to the most, they're 3 for $1, so it's really nothing. I mean, whatever. This is the Star Wars trilogy. I thought this was a really cool find because I have Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, but I don't have the original Star Wars novelization. So this is all 3 of them. So I thought that was a cool find. More Frank McCourt. I give these away. I love Frank McCourt's biographies, or what would you call them? Memoirs. This is the second one, This is about him being a teacher. So I always give those away. Those are super fun. One of my favorite books, and I love you guys because nobody hates on me for this, but Skipping Christmas by John Grisham. I found a hardcover version, which is kind of cool. I've only seen the floppies. But this was the original. This was before the movie came out. So this is like the real, the original version. The other ones that I have are all like the movie tie-in covers. Agatha Christie. I love Agatha Christie. This is one I have not read. By the Pricking of My Thumbs. It sounds spooky. It's super duper vintage looking. It's just, that's a cool book. That's just a cool book. Here's some that I have up for sale right now in eBay, and then I'll be done for this haul, and I'll do the other one next. R.A. Salvador. I've heard this name before. I don't know anything about him or anything about these books, but it's Luthlan's Gamble and The Dragon King, but they're part of a series. I'm missing 2 of those books in the series, I think it was. But anyways, those are up on my eBay store, which is linked down below if anybody's interested. And check out this massive joint here. This is an Anthem by Neil Stephenson. Mixed reviews across the board. Everything I see out on BookTube is absolute mixed reviews on this thing. So it doesn't sound appealing to me, so it's up on my eBay store. But this thing is a beast. So I'll get to the rest of these another time. I got a couple more bags here with a lot more good minty vintage goodies for you. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's been fun to get back to another book haul. Like I said, this stuff has been sitting around for a while, and I haven't really got at it. But that was cool to dig back in. So I'll do these other ones, and I don't know, we'll get that video out whenever it gets out. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Sci Fi Bookery. I'm Josh. We'll see you next time.